What is up, football fans, UFL fans, but most importantly, Houston Roughnecks fans? Welcome to Roughnecks Rundown. I got a fantastic episode today. I have a guest that I am so absolutely excited to have. A guy that's a big fish to get on this show, man. Someone I've wanted since he got signed. And man, let's get right into it. Justin Hall, everybody.
I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston. Hey, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly.
All right. We have a humongous guest today. Justin Hall, all USFL, coming out of Ball State. One of the most electric players in the league. Justin, thank you so much for coming on the show, man.
Definitely. I appreciate you having me.
Dude, you are a big fish. I know, you're not the biggest guy on the field, but you are a big fish to get for an interview, man. Like all USFL, you look online, there's not tons of interviews with you, which is kind of crazy because you're one of the main guys I wanted to talk to after last season. And finally, we get to sit down, and I cannot wait to talk about your football journey.
You know it.
So,
appreciate you again.
Dude, heck yeah.
Yeah.
But I like to start at the beginning. So let's start way back when you were back in where? Alexander High School in Douglasville, Georgia.
Yep.
That's awesome. I spent a little time in Georgia. That's where my officer training school for the Army was. It is like colder than I expected in the winter and very, very hot. I don't know how far Douglasville is from Augusta, though. So.
Oh, Augusta, yeah. It's totally opposite ends.
All right. So you had a different experience than I did, hopefully better. But you're there. You go to Alexander High School. And dude, I have some like super cool photos. Not a lot of people have a bunch of really cool photos of them in high school, but these are like collegiate level photos.
Yeah, that was dope.
Dude, that's so cool. And I love the fact that your color scheme really has stayed the same from team to team, from high school to college to Gamblers. Weirdly enough, the photo on the right of you getting hit in the legs while you're about to catch it, that I found on an article about brain injuries in high school football. So I don't know if you had any big brain injuries. I don't know if you had any big brain injuries, but I was like, that's a sick photo.
Nah. Luckily, no concussions for me yet. So
there you go. You said it though. We don't talk about the C word here, but.
Sorry, I even said it. C word.
No, I'm kidding. So you go there, dude. You were an absolute beast. Regional 6A player of the year. Your senior season, you have 74 receptions, 987 yards, 11 touchdowns. You also got some touchdowns on the ground. Like, you just killed it. Do you feel like you were just a man among boys playing in Georgia high school football?
Nah. I just feel like I just worked, did a lot of praying. At first, I felt like I was a diamond in the rough, kind of, so to say. I wasn't actually in Atlanta. That's where most players get recruited from. So just the fact that, I was able to do what I was able to do and accomplish big things at Alexander High School was just good enough for me,
Heck yeah, man. But my favorite question to ask players is always back when you first started playing football, whether it be Pop Warner, whether it be high school, when was it that you realized this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
I kind of decided that in high school, maybe sophomore year.
Dang, that's early.
Yeah, sophomore year. And really when I knew I had a possibility to do that was around in college. Maybe after my freshman year of college. Maybe I said I probably have a pretty good possibility I could, fulfill my dream, keep playing ball.
Well, I'm excited to talk to you about college because you were a menace there. You were crazy good at Ball State. But first, I wanted to ask, what made you choose Ball State?
They just heavily recruited me pretty heavy. They stayed on me because a lot of schools, once they recruit you, they'll send you an offer. Most of the time, they send you an offer based off other people in their same conference sending you that offer. So Ball State kind of stuck with me. I really got along with the coaches. They had a new coaching staff. Coach New, he's a great coach. Played a big part of my life. Also, Coach Bailey, my first receiver coach. He's now at Vanderbilt, I believe. So just those guys kind of stuck with me. Shevis Jackson, I think he's at corner at Kansas, but they played a big part of my recruitment. Basically showed me how real they were. I went on official, kind of loved it. Kind of definitely a culture shock because it snowed a lot I'm from Georgia, so it's like
Snow's different, man.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, they just stayed on me heavy, and that's what I stuck with.
Dude, I love that. I love when it's the relationships and it's the people that really, convince you to come to a football program. That's who you're going to be interacting with every day. That's who's eventually going to have to vouch for you when you're trying to move up to the next level. And, I only found one interview of you, but it was with some of your coaches. And dude, they had nothing but good words to say about you. Like, awesome. It was so cool. And I always love bringing up the old college photo because it's fun for, the spring football fans to see what you look like then, what you look like now. Some photos are crazy. Some photos, you haven't changed much, honestly. Like the hairline's the same, you look good. You're smiling a little more now. It's good. But I loved looking up your stats because you hold like almost every receiver record at Ball State. Like you hold the record for yards, receptions, and all-purpose yards. That's crazy. And you started it in your freshman season. Not a lot of people come into a Division I college and they immediately start and play in every single game their freshman year. No red shirt, just jumping in. What was that like? And why did you have to fill those shoes so fast and really step up?
Well, coming in, the record the year prior to when I got there wasn't that good. So we had a pretty big recruiting class. I think we was like 18 freshmen, something like that, which is pretty big. I knew a lot of us was gonna have to play. We had a lot of vets that took us under their wing, kind of taught us the plays, made sure that we was able to do the things we did on the field. Yeah, so I kind of got that feeling early in college, and that's kind of what I was striving for. So that's what I was gonna work to do anyway. So that's really I just grinded. I wanted to start. I wanted to play a lot. I wanted to help the team win, and I feel like the coaches believed in me to do that. So,
well, in the interview I watched, it absolutely sounded like they wanted to get the ball in your hands too. They knew that you wanted to win. One of the coaches, it didn't say his name on the interview. I assume it was either the offensive coordinator or receivers coach. He said, Justin just wants the ball in his hands. He said, he doesn't matter how he does it. If it's out of the backfield, if it's on a kick return, if it's catching a pass. And it's crazy. It shows up in your stats because not only did you have almost 3,400 yards receiving, but you also had a couple hundred yards rushing. You had 4 rushing touchdowns. What was it like instant that you got there and they were like, hey, we're going to get you the ball every which way possible? Or was it kind of you had to show them something when you got there?
Well, that's exactly what it was. I definitely had to earn it. But once you make explosive plays, the coaching staff sees certain things that you might not see in yourself. And they started, switching me around, maybe catching swing passes out of the backfield. Just kind of like you said, just trying to give me a boost. So, they might be in the openers where I'll get a jet sweep or something, just something to kind of, because I used to like to fire the team up. I feel like, they see, they follow, energy. So they feel, I get the ball on the first play of the game and it's a first down or a big play. That's just gonna make our defense go out there and play well. That's gonna give everybody the confidence that they need. So
100%. And you can tell just by watching you because every play is not only the most exciting play. I mean, you were so fun to watch in college, also later, but specifically in college, it was crazy. And it was kind of like watching, I don't know if you see on Twitter, it circulates every now and again, Tavon Austin's college tape. You ever watch that?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Tavon Austin at West Virginia was crazy. And his highlight tape just randomly circulates. And people are like, this was insane. And yours is very reminiscent of that. And you said in an interview that he was a big inspiration for you. What parts of your game do you think that you have really like taken from watching Tavon Austin, one of the greatest slots ever?
I just like how he moves with the ball in his hands, real elusive. Tavon also just one of them. I also look up to Steve Smith, Julius Edelman, anybody in the slot that's pretty good. I got a chance to play with Devontae Adams. He's pretty crafty at what he does. I just try to take a lot of tips from each and every one of them. But for Tavon, I would say his craftiness with the ball, how he gets it loose. So I wonder what he sees. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see what he sees, and I don't know. I just try to take a lot after his game. I mean, he has probably the best college tape in the world. So.
It's like watching Tyrann Mathieu on defense. It's just one of those things where it was so outrageous and ridiculous that you hadn't really seen somebody doing that before.
Right.
And Tavon Austin was like that. And then when I was watching your tape, I was like, yeah, this guy's start. We had another slot season 1 for the Gamblers, which is weird. Some people watching the show are probably like, why is he talking about the Gamblers? Because they still don't even know that the roster's here. But they had JoJo Ward. And once they signed you, I was like, oh, yeah, that's the guy right there. And like, he's wild. Then you go and you have some really cool photos. I love the Raiders uniforms. I think they're super cool. They're more simple than some of the other NFL jerseys, but you rock these, man. You look good. Even when you got your name up on the helmet there. What was it like going through your pro day at Ball State and then getting a chance over there with Devontae Adams and being in the camp with the Raiders?
So the pro day it went well. Definitely could have done better. Raiders was one of the few teams that spoke to me. I didn't, how when you talk to the scouts, he's gonna take it, and he got to go back and talk to some more people, and then they got to make their decision. Yeah, but then my agent, we prayed a lot. They said they'll give me a shot. It was them between two more teams. I decided that the Raiders probably the best fit. And then kind of went into camp, just kind of looking up to Hunter Winfrey and how he is real savvy in the slot, trying to pick his brain a little bit and put some of his tools in my toolbox. So it definitely was a good experience. Made me a better person, smarter person. Just looking forward to getting back to that level.
Oh, definitely. I get that. I'm genuinely amazed that you're not already back there. Like, crazy. I don't know how anybody could watch last season and not be like, we need that guy on the team right now. But
yeah, everyone has a different story. So, just add this to the part of the story. It's gonna make it a better story. So
I get that, and it just makes that chip on your shoulder a little bit bigger, right? It's just gonna make you play that much harder now in front of actual Houston fans, and we'll get to that. But let's talk about the first Houston team you went to, the Houston Gamblers. You got in contact, Coach Bob, and you signed over there. How did you hear about the USFL? And then what was the process like when you finally, got a contract in front of you and signed the dotted line?
Well, when I got released from the Raiders, I was pretty confident in myself. I thought I'll probably get another workout, but as time goes on, you find out, you might have one workout here and might not work out. It's not like you're not going to get a call from 32 teams. So I just didn't like the uncertainty. My agent was talking CFL. But I also seen things about the USFL. I didn't look too much into it because I actually had a buddy that went to the Raiders right after the USFL season and was actually on the Houston Gamblers the year prior, right before I got to minicamp.
You talking Isaiah Zuber?
Yep. That's
sir.
My guy. Dog there. He's a dog both ways, offense and defense. But he kind of told me about it. He said, "Hey, don't knock it." So that was always in the back of my. It wasn't always in the back of my mind because obviously I was trying to make the 53, or just stay around the facility as long as I could. So he kind of put it in my ear, and I kind of remember it stuck with me because obviously he got there and made it back. I said, "Okay, that's okay. We can see how that goes," and I felt like that would have been the best opportunity to do it.
Absolutely. And you go over there, you sign, and did your agent just get in contact with Bob Morris? Did he have a relationship with him at that point? Like, knew him from the past? What made you sign with the Gamblers specifically?
I'm not too sure. how the relationship came about, but I want to say Bob. I might have seen Bob at a practice when I was with the Raiders. Um, I think that's what I heard. But I want to say my agent got in touch with him, or he got in touch with my agent, and it was kind of a great fit because we got Coach CJ, and I knew Coach CJ through mutual coaches. Coach knew he used to coach with Coach New. He knew a lot of the staff on Ball State, so it kind of was a good fit. I mean, I felt real comfortable in to the place I was going. Felt like I could learn a lot. So yeah.
I mean, talking about it, Coach CJ, he is one of the most prolific wide receivers coaches that has ever existed. The guy's won a national championship at the U. He won a Super Bowl with the Saints. Like, what was it like to get to come in and be under a head coach who specifically pays attention to your position group?
You learn a lot. I had to learn a lot. CJ taught me a lot. Coach CJ is a tremendous coach. Just coming in, CJ, he has a chip on his shoulder too, and he knows what he's talking about. So we got a love-hate relationship, but I love him more than I hate him, obviously. But we kind of we just talking. I always, he called me Shorty. He had all these jokes, So I just appreciate Coach CJ. He's a real smart person. He knows what he's talking about, and he ultimately made me a better player as the season went on.
I was wondering. I actually spoke to Coach Stash, the running backs coach, last week, and we were just kind of talking about the roster, just shooting the stuff. And he kept bringing up, he was like, "We don't got to worry about receiver." He's like, "We got Isaiah, Anthony, Shorty," and I was like, "Who is Shorty?" I was like, "It's got to be Justin, right?"
I don't know where that came about, but you can thank Coach CJ for that nickname. I'm cool with it. I'm mostly only cool with him. Coach CJ says it, but whoever want to follow is cool with me. I don't mind.
Well, no worries, Justin. I'm going to call you Justin. No worries. I think you've earned it. You've earned it. But I saw you had actually reposted so you won all USFL, first of all, in the USFL, recognized by the league, which is wildly impressive. And then we have our USFL 50, top 50 players, which is voted on by coaches, including Coach Bob back in the day. He was one of the ballots. Coaches, other players, people who cover the league like myself and other people who do things similar. And you were number 16 overall in the league. And I saw you just reposted that. What was that like? Like, do you feel like it was too low? Were you honored? What do you think?
Well, I, of course, think I'm higher than 16, but I'm cool with it because, we had a lot of great players, within the league. I think I'm higher. I'm always going to say that, so that's just me though. But yeah, I was definitely honored. I felt honored. It was very cool. Ultimately, I just want to get back to the league, and it's a great stepping stone. And I definitely appreciate the USFL, XFL, both leagues.
Well, I'm really glad that you liked it. I'm glad you reposted it because that's I love those graphics. I designed those, and I was really, really happy with them. And
you designed those?
Yeah, I make all of our graphics, so I made that.
Those are nice. I definitely like that because I screenshot. I had to repost it on my Instagram, so I definitely appreciate that edit.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man, dude! I love that graphic, especially that photo of you, dude, where you're quiet in the crowd and you're dropping the ball. That photo's so cool.
I want that picture just regularly, though. I don't know how.
I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you.
My man.
No worries. No worries. But now we're coming in. You're going in. Houston Roughnecks. Dude, what did you think when that news happened? It's the off season. There's a lot of uncertainty. I'm over here. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to have a team to cover. And then suddenly they say, no, you guys are still going to play, but you're going to wear the Roughneck stuff. What'd you think?
I was okay with it. They said they were taking the same staff from the Gamblers and just basically put the Roughnecks logo on it. I was fine with it. I'm cool with it as long as I'm we can still play ball because how everything was going. It was looking like, who knows what's gonna happen. And they finally made the cuts and the count, let us know how many teams were involved, and then basically all the other information that they had to give out. I was just excited that we were having the season. So,
dude, I was hyped, and I love the way you described it. They just took the Gamblers and put the Roughnecks on it. Right. The first episode that I announced it, I have a Gamblers flag back here that you can't really see. And I did a physical representation and I printed out the Roughnecks logo. And at the beginning of the show, I said, I'm going to show you what they did. And I took the Gamblers flag and I taped the page with the Roughnecks logo over it. I was like, that's literally what they did, dude. They just took the Gamblers and they were like, Roughnecks, have fun. But
Exactly. Yeah.
it's going to be cool. I like the uniforms. They're a little bit much having the whole flag on the helmet, but I'm getting used to it and I like it. And I think you rock it, dude. You had Cole by Design. This guy, he does fantastic work. You had asked me for an edit, and this guy got it done so fast. And I think it's fantastic. This is a great edit. I don't know if I'd have done anything even close to this good. I think you look great in those threads, dude.
Yeah, I definitely like the picture, and it looks so bright. So I mean, shouts out to him for doing this. Yeah, it's dope. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to rock the jerseys.
Dude, it's gonna be so cool, and especially
like they're a little bit more fitted than our USFL jerseys anyway. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Dude, 100%. I cannot wait. There's rumors, this week they were announcing the rules. There was some big signings because tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and that is the signing deadline. So a lot of people are watching for like AJ McCarron and stuff. Matt Corral just signed right before we got on. Crazy stuff. But there was rumors that they're also going to reveal new jerseys. So Under Armour hopefully is going to be redoing the Stallions, Showboats, Panthers, and then who knows? Maybe they heard me and having the shoulder pads be different color than the rest of the jersey, do away with that, and I think the Roughnecks uniform will be perfect. But hopefully we'll see that, and that's going to be cool. But yeah, having it more form fitted, dude, it just looks better on TV, right? Like that Gamblers uniform, number 17, dude. They should have given you number 11, but that's whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to talk to whoever I need to talk to get that handle. I probably got to talk to a player. Hopefully he doesn't make me pay him. So we'll see how that goes.
I noticed you had the edit number 11.
Yeah, I did. I was just throwing hints out there. Maybe a coach sees it, maybe he doesn't. Just
you were trying to speak it into existence, man. Put it out there into the universe, right?
Yeah, facts.
I get it. And 11's a hard number. I interviewed Elijah Rogers the other day. He's a defensive back, and he wanted 35. And I was like, I think you're going to get 35. I don't think people are fighting for it. 11's a harder number, man. That's hard.
Yeah, but it is. A lot of quarterbacks. Kenji had it last year, which was just cool. I asked him for it. He said, nah. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm cool with my 17.
Well, as sad as it is, Kenji is no longer on the team, and I feel like all USFL deserves number 11. If it's not going to be worn by a quarterback, I think you are the guy who should have it. So
I appreciate you.
I'll call CJ right after this. I'll be like, hey, man. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't answer my calls. But, but it's a great time. Are you excited about playing in front of fans? Like that specifically?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. The USFL had fans. Are you saying like a bigger crowd?
But they weren't Houston Gamblers fans, right?
Oh, I totally understand that. Okay, I see what
you're saying. You get to play in front of Houston Roughnecks fans in Rice Stadium.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I try not to really I don't really see too many fans while I'm in the game or see how many people's in the stands, but I'm definitely looking forward to having a true home game. If that makes sense.
Oh, 100%. I mean, if people want to say that season 1, the Birmingham Stallions didn't have some form of upper hand, having every single game be a home game, season 1, that's a lie. It does affect the momentum of the game.
I didn't even know that they did that.
Yeah, because season 1, the hub, instead of 4 hubs, it was 1 hub. All of them were in Alabama, right? So every single game, the Gamblers beat the Stallions. They're one of 2 teams to ever beat the Birmingham Stallions in the modern USFL. And they did it in Protective Stadium wearing home jerseys. They were there wearing their home jerseys in front of a Birmingham crowd. So to be able to play in front of Roughnecks fans, to finally have you guys playing somewhere that is drivable for me, very excited on my part. I'm driving up there this week. For everybody watching, I hope to see you there. February, I believe 17th, this Saturday. They're doing a walkthrough of Rice Stadium. CJ is going to be there. Moose Johnston's going to be there. I'm excited. Just get me pumped up for the season. And I think people get to choose their seats for season tickets or whatever. So People are
Let's
going to
go.
be like, this seat right here, that's where I want to watch Justin Hall ball. That's where I
Yeah.
want to see it. Very exciting.
That Coach CJ gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's
See,
what's up.
that's where I'll be like, hey, man, number 11, Justin Hall. You got to give it to him. Be like, do it or I stop covering the team.
Hey,
I'm just kidding. I won't do it.
So he gonna come at me with the, hey man, your guy came to me ace. I'm like, nah, I don't know.
CJ, I was down there in Memphis and I wanted to hang out with CJ, but that dude, as soon as work's over, he is home with his wife. That dude he's a family man, man.
He's a big family man. That's why, I appreciate CJ a lot. Teaches you things on and off the field. So
he's a great guy. Something a lot of people don't know about him. At Tulane, when he was a head coach, he was also the deacon of the team. So, he's helping make men on and off the field. He's great, dude.
Yeah. That's one thing he always did with us. Go over Bible scripture here and there. I definitely appreciated it. More than I probably told him. So, CJ, if you see this, I love you and I appreciate you. So, yeah, definitely appreciate it.
That's awesome, dude. Well, we've basically caught up to your football life, where you are now. A couple questions before we hit the last thing that I like to do, which is completely non-football related. But before that, what have you been doing this offseason? Let it be prepping. Do you have like hobbies? Like Chris Odom, he's back on the Gamblers or Roughnecks. He was on them season 1. Paintballs all off season, professionally paintballs. Do you have something that you do all off season?
Condition.
Do what?
I said it sounds like that keeps you conditioned.
Probably, man.
I like to hoop. I feel like it keeps me in shape. I'm not that bad at basketball, so I mean, I like to do it whenever I can get a chance to. Not too much because obviously you can kind of hurt yourself a little bit. Got to stay in tip-top shape, but whenever I can get some runs in and keep my body healthy, I'll definitely probably go hoop.
Dude, you segued me into my next question. Absolutely perfect. I heard that even though you are 5'10", you can dunk. Is that still true?
Yeah, I can dunk, preferably off of alley-oop. I'll probably throw it out in front of me, then probably have to catch it and dunk it. But yeah, I can ask.
You said that. I saw you say that, and you had said that you like to throw it up to yourself. You ever throw it off the backboard, catch it, windmill?
No, that ain't. Nah, I ain't got that. Hey, I don't have that in my bag. I got that in my bag.
You're like, that's the one I do off the the little hoop you put on the back of your door. Like that's what me and my brother used to do when I would ball on him when he was 4 foot tall.
Nah,
but
definitely.
That's perfect, dude. I love it. Us short guys have to be able to dunk. We have to have something, right?
You gotta have something.
Yeah.
Dude,
the tall guys can't have it all. That's crap, man. Whatever.
Right.
But the last thing is I like to ask 4 questions that have absolutely nothing to do with football, because I want people to get excited about watching you play football, but also excited about the person that they're rooting for, right? So I call it the rapid incoming breakdown. 4 questions, not football related, and you just answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. Cool?
Cool.
All right. Question number 1. If there was a Justin Hall biopic, a movie about your life, what actor plays you?
That's a good one. I'm gonna say Terrence Howard.
Nice. That's a good one. Dude, I get a lot of Michael B. Jordan, young Will Smiths, and you're the first one where I was like, man, Michael B. Jordan, same haircut. Like, it would be perfect.
You think Michael? You could throw him as a little nomination. Yeah.
I mean, only when he's in like Creed, right? When he's really jacked up, then I think he's at your level. But otherwise, he doesn't have enough muscle. But nice.
Howard's acting. I don't know. I think he's funny. He's pretty funny to me.
I gotta gas you up, bro. Come on, it's a Roughneck show, and you're a Roughneck. I gotta gas you up.
I appreciate it.
All right, question number 2: Who is your favorite comic book superhero, Marvel or DC? I'm not biased.
I like Superman.
That's a great one. I mean, he's literally like the best superhero ever, right?
Yes, he is. Let me give you one, but I like creative superheroes too, like Deadpool. He's a new superhero, but I like his movies. But just give you one, I'm sorry, I always venture off. But
you're good, man.
I'll say, we can stick with Superman. We can stick with Superman.
Dude, you can venture off all you want, man. People, they just want to know you. And if you venture off. That's all you do.
Gotcha.
Deadpool's a good one. They just dropped the preview for Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine during the Super Bowl. You see it? You excited?
Forward to it.
Dude, so excited. The first Deadpool, it actually came out, like 6 years ago tomorrow. It came out on Valentine's Day. And I actually took my girlfriend at the time to see Deadpool on Valentine's Day. Weirdly enough, we didn't work. So, but that is awesome. Do what?
So you know what not to do.
I do know what not to do. Tomorrow we are not going to see a superhero movie. We're not going to do that. My wife is going to get something better. I don't want to say it because she might hear it, but yes, not Deadpool. But question number 3, and this is probably one of my favorite questions because I'm a huge music guy. What is your go-to workout song to get pumped up to right now?
I probably listen to Baby Drill right now just because he dropped the album, Baby Drill. I like you put me on the spot. I gotta go through my phone.
You're like just the whole album, the whole new album.
I like Baby Drill, the song what he got with Lil Tyler. I also like Rio, the young OG from Michigan. Yeah, I like, and I also like, you know, Cali vibes, Blue Bloods Clan. Shout out to TJ Pleasure, he put me on. So
nice, a TJ Pleasure shout out. What's up?
Yeah, and my homie Antonio. Yeah,
nice. I love music. I love telling people. I had a couple different guys who were on the team. I don't remember if any of them are still on the Roughnecks, but they said they do not listen to music when they work out. And I was like, that's wild.
That's cool. I mean, it depends. If I have a trainer, I'm probably not gonna listen to music. And also, if I'm lifting else, I probably won't have music. But we'll definitely have music in the vicinity.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Something, yeah. Maybe not on my headphones, but yeah, definitely music in the vicinity. Maybe a speaker or something, but yeah.
No, there was one guy, Brandon Payer, linebacker from last season, got cut like right at the end of camp. He said, if you need music to work out, you don't want it enough. And I was like, this dude is terrifying. He's actually a really, really nice guy, but I was like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that might be true. I don't know. I feel like if I got to lift, I got to lift. You know,
dude, so, yeah, there's no problem. They play music in the stadium. Come on.
Yeah, but I feel him to an extent. I definitely understand him to an extent.
Oh yeah, but music's fun. So, fourth, last question: who is your biggest inspiration in life that is not an athlete? So you can't say Tavon Austin again. We already talked about him.
Inspiration, or who gives me motivation?
Either. I'm down for either.
My mom's a pretty big inspiration in my life. Also, my brother. Really, my family's just a big inspiration for me. But as far as somebody in the shoes that I'm trying to fill that they've been in, or somebody that's been played in the league and stuff like that, I'll say I like Julius Edelman. He's just an underdog. He was an underdog, had to fight for it, you know. So I love stories like that. So I'll say someone like in those lines.
Dude, talk about another guy who they just wanted to get the ball in his hands. Dude was a quarterback in college, right?
Right. Yeah. Same conference as us, so as Ball State. So that's why I know about him. Definitely was interested in his story.
Heck yeah, dude. I can't wait. Someday I'll see you in White Claw commercials just like he is, man.
Right.
He's a funny guy, man. And especially like, I had never spoken to you. There's not a lot of interviews, but you are a very charismatic guy, man. I could totally see you doing what he does, podcasts. He does commercials. He does this color commentary on TV. I could totally see you doing it, Justin. Come on, man.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
You talk about the USFL, the UFL. They're a stepping stone to the league. This show right here for you right now, it's a stepping stone to your future career in media, dude.
Yeah.
Someday, man.
Probably can learn a little more skills, but I think I got what it takes.
Well, I'm not professional, but whatever. If you ever want to pick my mind, I got you, dude. But when we get to the end of the show, like we have right now, I call it the end zone. And when we get to the end zone, I hand the floor over to you. because I do this show to promote the league, to promote our network, but most importantly, to promote you as a player and a person. So I like to hand the mic over to you. If you have any shout outs you want to give, if you have a brand that you're repping, if you have a sponsorship or something, or if you just want to give a message to Houston Roughnecks fans about this upcoming season, the floor is yours, man. Say what you want.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. Looking forward to this season. To the Houston Roughneck fans, I'm looking forward to seeing you all at each and every game cheering for us. We're gonna play our heart outs for y'all. I want to shout out to my whole family. I want to shout out to my brother, also my trainer, Total Body Physique. I want to shout out to my coach, Saunders, who's also been my coach since I was in high school, still trains me to this day. Coach Saunders, Whiteoutville. Yeah. And I want to shout out to my sister's hairline, Go Sleek. So
Nice.
Looking forward to this season. Appreciate you having me, Ace. Yeah.
Dude, well, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. I literally hit you up and I was like, you want to do an interview? And then I realized it was Valentine's Day and I said, actually, let's do it tomorrow. Like, you don't get to prep or anything. I just need you to come on the show. And you said you do it. Yeah. And I absolutely appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. You know, it ain't a big deal. You know, appreciate it.
Heck yeah. And dude, all USFL, everybody get excited. If you didn't keep up with the Gamblers, if you were all XFL and now you're trying to figure out who are people you should watch on the Houston Roughnecks, Justin Hall should be up there on the top of your list. Number 16 in the UFL 50, not high enough. Right now, put him number 1 at your list. And then Go Sleek. Get Go Sleek for your hair. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, fact.
All right. Well, Justin, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.
Appreciate it. Peace out.
I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston. Ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bro.